to this carousel.
Dear Shane Dawson, you are scaring the children! And I tweeted this before the series was out when the teaser was released. I said, don't underestimate hard work.
I think that's the wrong tweet.
Oh, yeah. Shane's teaser just turned into a horror movie! And it did. It did. First off, I love what I'm seeing. I love it, Shane. You are an amazing content creator. You are changing the game. You are paving the landscape of what could be the future of YouTube. And Shane knows this. I'm friends with Shane. I'm cordial with him. We DM'd today. It was romantic and shit. But when I'm watching this series, there's just a few things that I thought I was trying to stay out of it, but I need to address them. Because Shane, the people are watching this. You're young and impregnable audience.
No. That's wrong.
Your young and impenetrable audience,
Also incorrect.
your young and impressionable audience will not know any better. So I'm here to cut the shit once again. It makes a whistle noise when I drink. Alright, so first off, like I said, I think information is being told in a way that is extremely misleading, and that's what I'm here to clarify. Also, I get that not everyone likes my brother, and me included. Like, the Paul family is just currently surrounded by controversy. A fault of our own, but he made a comment in episode 1 that just tickled me the wrong way, because I know he's a good dude. And that's why this content works, because everything he's doing is so genuine and authentic. And you will watch this dude for 45 minutes straight. Who's doing that on YouTube? No one!
And you gotta like him, too. He's a likable guy.
And for the record, by the way, Shane also said in episode 2,
Logan, I feel like, is more likable.
Thanks, man. I'm going off on a tangent. Anyways, in episode 1, right at the beginning, as he's setting the stage, he said this.
I thought he was just cringy, you know? Yeah, like that's all I know.
That might be Logan.
I didn't know they were different people.
I don't know why you said that, man. Because you know that's not true. I think it was because it's very easy to also hop on the train of like, I don't like the polls.
He's one of the biggest YouTubers in the world. Like, he knows who you guys are.
Not only that, about 2 years ago, I hung out with Shane for like an hour and a half. I did his podcast.
Logan Paul.
Did we start? Did it start?
We're on,
We're on. Oh, shit.
I was on his podcast, Shane and Friends, featuring Logan Paul. Like, we sat in the same room and talked for like an hour. So either A, you're not telling the truth. B, you forgot who I am.
Amnesia.
Amnesia, classic. Classic YouTuber amnesia, bro. Or C, like I said, it immediately gets people on board to be like, oh, you're right, I didn't even know there was 2 of them.
I feel like you're even starting to doubt who you are. Like, maybe you are Jake.
Maybe I... Oh, it's every day, bro! Ah! Anyways, he said this, and I started to not doubt, but immediately I was like, whoa, how much of this will be truthful? But again, I'm going on a tangent. The original point what I'm trying to say is, Shane, you are scaring your young and interminable audience. You are scaring your young and Independence Day audience.
That's absolutely wrong.
Like, this whole second episode is just suspense music and then the B-roll. The B-roll. Where did you find this B-roll? Ah! What the fuck is that? Where did you get this stock footage?
That is not Getty
I would
Images.
love to see your search history. Human eats human out of hand. Why are you doing cannibalism? Who's a sociopath, man? This series is making me ask so many questions. No, but this leads into the point of what I want to say that is actually educational, the meat of this video that you guys can stick in the back of your mind for when you're watching the rest of this series. The buzzword that Shane is focusing on and the reason why he's sitting down at this therapist's house who also offered him a drink before this session is sociopath.
Sociopath. Sociopath. Sociopath.
Sociopath. Sociopath. Sociopath. Sociopath.
Sociopath. Sociopath.
Sociopath.
Sociopath.
Sociopath. Sociopath.
Again, before I say anything, guys, I DM'd Shane about this. I gave him my opinions because it's quite simply, it is not black and white. 99% of the time, someone is not a sociopath or not a sociopath. My opinion is there's a sociopathic spectrum, at which point some people lie higher on it than others. And by the way, some of the biggest businessmen in the world could be considered sociopathic. Mark Jobs,
Nope. that's
Steve
not gonna work.
Zuckerberg. Mark Zuckerberg and Steve Jobs. A lot of people, especially YouTubers, and Shane touched on this, you can't just say like, you're a sociopath. The word I would like to use is sociopathic tendencies. So a lot of us, me included, will do some dumb shit, maybe some stuff that lacks empathy strictly for views, right? It gets us views, which gets us subscribers. Our motivating factor is to reach the next level. Sociopath is boiled down someone who is just more savage than everyone else. I know it sounds stupid, but I'm making it easier for you to understand because the way a sociopath was described in part 2 of the series, quite honestly, could be applied to most people. Someone even tweeted at Shane, I need a voice of concern, at Shane Dawson. This isn't a call out, but how much thought was put into the idea that after a video like your latest, that any awkward kid, including ones with disabilities, could be labeled a sociopath due to your audience's youthful inexperience. And another person said, if you think about it, like deep down, doesn't everybody fit the description they gave for sociopaths? I feel like most people I know are that way and don't even try very hard to hide it. Like it's so hard to say, and the big sticking point I'm having with it, Shane, I feel like is trying to make out a sociopath to be synonymous with psychopath. The words sound very similar, but mean very different things. And again, for the young and interpretal audience,
That's wrong.
they will confuse the two and think psychopath means sociopath. Not the case! In fact, in Shane's video itself, he'll say the word and then show the word psychopath.
I want to talk to a psychologist if he is a sociopath.
Hey everybody, today I want to talk to you about the word psychopath.
And I want to make that clear because even in Shane's video itself, there's a couple times where he will say the word sociopath, but show something psychopathic or even show the word psychopath.
I heard Steve Jobs.
I did hear about that.
I heard Steve Jobs was a sociopath. Yet the thing says was Steve Jobs a psychopath. What I'm saying is, you're confusing people! And the reason I'm so intrigued and feel compelled to say something about this is because at the beginning of the year, I'm gonna open up here for a sec. You guys can imagine tons of people, even people in my circle, close friends, like, yo, you're a sociopath, straight up. And I didn't know what the word meant because is it a psychopath? Is that what it is? So I looked it up and I had to ask myself, I'm like, oh shit, am I a fucking sociopath? And for sure, some things I fit the description of. That's why I'm saying I prefer, if we're gonna label Jake a sociopath or not, doing it on a spectrum and where he lies on it. Because again, it's not just black and white.
To quote the great Aristotle, there's levels to this shit.
So is Shane a sociopath? I don't know. He's like clearly, I don't want to say forcing, but these reactions seem a little
Socioeconomic.
Shane, you know this, bro. I fucking love you. But this is a classic case of dramatics on YouTube.
Yo, Logan, I left your car keys on the counter.
That's like, come on now, you know what I'm saying?
Not everything is that scary, Shane.
I don't know, bro. He's a genuine, authentic guy, but again, I feel like some of this is slightly theatrical because I just don't think this reaction elicits itself in every sentence.
Like, is he that easily jarred in real life? Like, by simple things?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I've met him.
What, did when you shook his hand, was he like...
No, but 10% of me, 10% of that Shane was existent. Just like, bro, you meet me in real life, like, I'm pretty calm, like, whatever. But I have that part of me that's like, but does that make me a sociopath?
Yep.
Fuck. According to this therapist, check it.
Then they also are impulsive.
If I was impulsive, I would use that clever pun because my last name is Paul, impulsive, and create a podcast coming soon to a screen near you. Like, does that make me a sociopath? I'm also not wearing pants. Does that make me a sociopath? I have a fucking pig. Does that make me a sociopath? I don't know. Just what the point of this video is, it's not black and white. Sociopath, like, to be quite honest with you, it's nothing to be like scared of. Like, if your friend might be a sociopath or has sociopathic tendencies, he's not gonna stab you in the middle of the night when you're not looking. I don't think.
Because what if he's a sociopath and a psychopath?
Then you're just plain and simple, you're Look, I'm excited for the rest of this series. I literally have no idea what it's about or where it's going. As much as I love Jake, we don't talk like normal brothers do, I think, as much as we should. Our family's a bit cuckoo, if you couldn't tell. But I think that woman is a sociopath.